All right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Happy Friday to you. So they're doing a fly-in, a community fly-in, and normally I like streaming what they're doing from Twitch, and that didn't work out so well last time. Copyright problems and all that. Anyway, well, hopefully we are on the right server. Right off the bat, I'm coming in here and I'm not seeing people. Got the right flight plan loaded. Do. Should show all multiplayer aircraft in close proximity. Okay, I'm starting to see people spawn in now. Oh. I think I was supposed to use the Cessna 172. They really don't care. They don't care what you're using. They just said try to keep everybody at 120 knots. Do. Pardon me a moment here. I'm trying to see where people are at. Looks like they're in the parking. This should be the right flight plan. I mean, I downloaded it from them. From the Microsoft page. Double check I'm on the right server. I'm on the right server. Well, I sure hope I have the time right. Well, stand by while I'm trying to figure this out. What's going on with Microsoft? Let me try to maybe open the Twitch page and then double check. Do. Oh my gosh. These damn... I gotta find a way to turn the, The two-step verification, man, what a pain in the butt. It's always something with these sites, man. Like, oh, but your account can get hacked. I get it, but my God. So now I gotta check a mail. Twitch says it's sending me a code, a 6-digit number to enter in to get into Twitch now, and I haven't received it yet. And I'm not seeing anybody spawn in. I don't understand. Okay, we're on the world map. I'm loading in the proper flight plan. Luxembourg to Paris, and double checking we're on the right server. Southeast Asia. We are. All right, March 22nd. What's 1800 Zulu? Double check. Yeah, noon. Mountain Daylight Time. I'm not certain. I don't know, folks. I don't know why I'm not seeing everybody. And I don't know why Twitch isn't doing what Twitch is supposed to be doing and sending me that damn email. I see one guy out there. Multiplayer's on. The live weather is the only thing that's off. We even have world air traffic. On. Well, darn it, I don't understand. The last time I tried, it was great. The ornithopter flying, we didn't have a problem at all. Everything went swimmingly, and there was ornithopters everywhere, and it was glorious. But today, not so much. I open up the map. Is anything working today? Huh. Well, I'm not certain what is going on, and I'm still waiting to get a verify code from Twitch, so no matter what, we got to get the show on the road. So until things are working, it's already 11 minutes after the hour. So I'm going to go ahead and get up into the air and turn on the autopilot. Hello. And do an alt hold here and tell us to go into nav mode. All right, flight plan's in there. Still nothing from Twitch. It all timed out pretty good. We I wanted to be in this area of the world. I was traveling to Spain. We were in Marseille. We ended in Marseille yesterday. And so perfect for connecting with these folks today, and sort of I still don't know how I'm off or thereof. I seem to be in the right time. I seem to be in the right place. I'm on the right server. I let them know that they're copyright music. They're like, I said, hey, your music's causing a problem. They're like, no, our music's copyright and royalty free. And that may be for them, but if you try to, I was trying to live stream it as I was flying it, so we had my perspective and their perspective. And no, that didn't work out. See if I can get to the Twitch channel from the website. $1900 Zulu. Did they change the time again? Community fly-in. No, it says they're live.
We're doing a Grand Canyon race. It's going to be Team Microsoft versus Team Toby versus Team Community. I don't know what we want to call them. Basically, it's Captain Arash and Kenko, who you may know.
Well, timing wise, I'm not really sure. There are people in the air, I see them, but not like it normally is. Normally there's just nameplates everywhere in the sky. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But well, hey, it doesn't matter. We were gonna fly anyway today. So we're in Luxembourg. Luxembourg. And let me open up BUSHTALK Radio and get signed in here and show you how this works. Okay, so we're signed in there. Now, if I go to BUSHTALK Radio and open the application, the web app, the web page. Speaking of web pages, I'm so mad at my host right now, Wix. I've been with Wix since Wix began. And they're just awful. They went from $7 to $23 a month, and can't really afford that. All right. So the way it works here is when there are points of interest on the map, like right now, just on our starboard side, there's a power plant. I wonder if we can see it from here.
The Canton Nuclear Power Plant is a nuclear power plant located in Grand Est in the Canton Commune, France, on the Moselle River between Thionville and Trier. It is close to the city of Luxembourg and Metz. It is the 9th largest nuclear power station in the world. The site consists of 4 pressurized water reactors that were all built between 1979 and 1991 and have an electric output of 1,300 megawatts each. The plant is a relatively modern and large nuclear power
21
plant.
gigawatts.
The plant employs about 1,200 regular employees and about 1,000 more during outage times.
Oh, I don't see the large stacks for it. All right. Let me double check, see that we're going the right direction. Yeah. We're using their flight plan. Well, that's a real drag. Again, the spectacle of it all is being able to see all the other planes in the air and people flying in formation and doing all kinds of cool things. And I've slowed down to 110 knots. If there are people that are going to catch up, then they'll catch up. We're all on the same flight plan. In going back and trying to edit some of the videos, it still seems to be putting ads everywhere it wants. I don't like it. I've adjusted it also to 30 minutes. It seems to be adding too many and clumping them all together and then not spreading them out over the live stream properly. So BUSHTALK Radio, it wasn't switching earlier. When you pass points of interest, the audio plays. So coming up here, what we've just passed was the nuclear plant, right? And just beyond that was, what is this? Part of the Maginot line.
Ouvrage Soetrich is a gros ouvrage of the Maginot Line in northeastern France. Soetrich is located between Petit Ouvrages Immerhof and Bois Carré, facing the France-Luxembourg border near the town of Hettinge-Grand, part of the fortified sector of Thionville. Compared with other gros ouvrages, Soetrich is compact in arrangement, with the entries and underground ammunition magazines and barracks in close proximity to the combat blocks, accessed through underground galleries at an average depth of 30 meters. Its primary purpose was to cover the main road to Luxembourg, just to the west. Along with its neighbors, Ouvrage Rochenvillers and Ouvrage Molvange, Soetrich was used during the Cold War as a secure command center for NATO forces. Design and construction. The Soetrich site was surveyed by CORF, i.e. Commission d'Organisation des Régions Fortifiées, the Maginot Line's design and construction agency, in 1930. Work by the contractor Degaine Dubois began the same year, and the position became operational in 1935 at a cost of 86 million francs. Soetrich stands just to the east of the Thionville-Luxembourg Road. A military road and a 60 centimeters narrow-gauge railway link the entrance blocks to the rear supply areas. The railway continues through the Ouvrage to the combat blocks. The combat and support areas are separated by only 125 meters, and the total length of the main gallery is 625 meters.
Okay. Coming up here on our looking in this direction again. I don't know that we're going to be able to see it, but the next marker on the is a battle.
The Battle of Gravelotte occurred on the 18th of August 1870 and was the largest battle of the Franco-Prussian War. Named after Gravelotte, a village in Lorraine, it was fought about 6 miles west of Metz, where on the previous day, having intercepted the French army's retreat to the west at the Battle of Mars-la-Tour, the Prussians were now closing in to complete the destruction of the French forces. The combined German forces under King Wilhelm I were the Prussian First and Second Armies of the North German Confederation, totaling 188,332 officers and men. The French Army of the Rhine, commanded by Marshal François-Achille Bazaine, dug in along high ground with their southern left flank at the town of Rosa-Rieules, and their northern right flank at St. Privat. On the 18th of August, the Prussian First Army under General Karl Friedrich von Steinmetz launched its 7 and 8 Corps in repeated assaults against the French positions, backed by artillery and cavalry support. All attacks failed with enormous casualties in the face of French infantry and mitrailleuse firepower. The French did not counterattack Steinmetz's weakened army. On the Prussian left, the Prussian Guards attacked the French position at St. Privat. With the support of the Prussian II and Saxon 12 Corps of Prince Friedrich Karl's Second Army, the Guards conquered St. Privat and suffered heavy losses, pushing back the French right wing. Bazaine's Army of the Rhine withdrew into Metz Fortress on the morning of the 19th of August. The German victory at Gravelotte ended Bazaine's army's last chance of retreating west of Verdun. After a siege lasting over 2 months, the French Army of the Rhine surrendered on the 27th of October 1870.
I don't know if I can slow down anymore. Can. Let's see. Keep an eye on that. I'm looking on their screen. I wonder if they're having problems too. I'm only seeing a couple of them. Let me refresh the their page. Commercial. Yeah, I'm only in their screen. I'm only seeing like 3 or 4 as he's looking at his front window. 4 or 5 people. I still don't know why we're not. I see 1, 2, 3. I've slowed down. So they're supposed to be doing 100. If they're doing 120 knots, then they'll catch up. Doing 85 knots now. All right, well, keep moving on. The show must go on. Okay, so directly, where are we now? We are here. And over here to our starboard side, another battle.
The Battle of Fort Driant was a constituent battle in the 1944 Battle of Metz, during the Lorraine Campaign and the Greater Siegfried Line Campaign. The battle was on occupied French territory between the forces of the United States Third Army under the command of General George S. Patton and the forces of Nazi Germany under General Otto von Nobelsdorf. Location and fortifications. Fort Driant was located 5 miles southwest of Metz, just west of the Moselle River. Built in 1902 by the Germans and renamed in 1919 after Colonel Émile Driant, the fort was continually reinforced by both the French and German armies. Fort Driant was made from steel-reinforced concrete. It was also surrounded by a deep dry moat and barbed wire. At the time of the battle it housed 5 main gun batteries of 150 mm guns, infantry trenches, and armored machine gun and observation posts. From its commanding position, it could direct heavy fire in the Moselle Valley. The fort could also rain flanking fire that produced heavy casualties amongst the men of General Walton Walker's 20 Corps. Background. Third Army's intelligence section had already determined that the Germans intended to make the most of the ring of forts around Metz, the ancient gateway city through which so many invading armies had passed. Metz was to be the linchpin in the Germans' defensive strategy. An army had not directly taken the city since 1552. It had been captured after a 54-day siege during the Franco-Prussian War and had been fortified by the Germans in World War I. However, the string of fortresses were left in ruins. When the U.S. Third Army arrived at Metz, they were quickly drawn into a stalemate with the German defenders for weeks over control of the city and its perimeter. On September 27, the failure of a regimental effort by 90th Infantry Division against Fort Jeanne d'Arc indicated to Third Army the inherent strength of the various fortified positions blocking entry into Metz.
Coming up directly ahead of us is an airport, another airport over here. And then I think we're taking a sharp right. Should have been paying attention while we were in the cockpit there. Okay, server Southeast Asia, multiplayer, all players, live traffic as preferred, weather, few clouds, daytime. And that's all it says you're supposed to have set. Okay, so, well, we have an airport up ahead. This is it right here. I like being back up in Europe, I gotta tell you. Flying down there in the Middle East, man, unless we don't know about airports they don't want us to know, it's like they're few and far between. Here in Europe and in the United States, you throw a stick and there's an airport. Down there, there's, you know, they're really few and far between, surprisingly. Or so it seems. Do. Multiplayer's on. All right, so we can respawn in at LFSN. Lovely day for flying. Well, always a lovely day in the simulator when you have things set right. I don't think this is not live weather and not the right time of the day. It's just calm conditions. What a drag. Our Dungeons and Dragons plans for this weekend are canceled again. Man, when you become an adult and an old person, life gets in the way so much. Been having between us, all of us adults, we've been having long stretches of periods where things keep happening and no, can't make it this weekend. So probably just a lot more live streaming this weekend unless something else pops up. I'm not sure what yet. I want to get back to Rome Total War. I'm actually in the middle of a Rome Total War campaign that I put aside. I'm in the middle of a lot of games that I put aside that I need to get back to. But Rome Total War is going pretty good. I think I've taken over about half the world at this point. And even though I've had civil wars, my influence with all the other leaders around the world is peerless. My people, my popularity or the prosperity of my people is spectacular. And I managed to try to be friends with everybody from the start, never break a treaty, only fight when I've been attacked. Right, so I always get to claim the bigger man. He attacked me. I never attacked anybody. Or if I had to attack, it was because I'm helping friends and just conquering, so, because of that, and taking over territory. And a lot of my neighbors over time, because I've managed to maintain such great relations, they just end up giving me territories, which I didn't know that could happen. So if you're an old-time Rome Total War, you probably do know that, Did not. But that's very cool. But I've been keeping up with my diplomacy, even though it fails some of the times. Some of the people that you send out as diplomats, they'll betray you. But when you get positive results from sending out diplomats, they can be really good. Again, all of a sudden, I've inherited half of another country. Man, this is so pretty here. it almost feels like fantasy, because it's just so idyllic. Look at that. So lush and green. That is the only thing I feel bad about for the people that live like in the Middle East and towards India. And it's just so bleak. But the strange histories, if you believe in strange histories, strange ancient histories, I feel bad for them because, you know, look at how beautiful the rest of our areas of the world are compared to their areas of the world. But if you believe in weird ancient histories, in a weird way, they did it to themselves. And they deserve what they got. So, weird ancient histories say that they just, when they were able to get their hands on bombs of mass destruction in the past. That's what I mean. Weird ancient history. That they had acquired weapons of mass destruction. And they plotted and they planned, and when they detonated all of their weapons to destroy everybody else, there was an immediate change in the winds. And it blew all of the fallout right back on them. So, sure, they succeeded in bombing the heck out of the rest of us. But because of the wind shift, I mean, it could have been much worse. Because of that wind shift, all the fallout went back and destroyed all their lands. So, when I fly over that, I think about it all the time. I'm like, I feel really sad for these people. Look at how awesome our stuff is, and their stuff is all like crap. And then I think, yep, it all used to be more lush and more beautiful, because look at the old drawings of Babylon, and I mean, just lush everywhere. Everything used to be beautiful and lovely and wonderful, and they nuked the hell out of it and did that to their areas of Earth down there. So to conclude, if you do believe weird histories, then yeah, it's hard to, I have sympathy for the people today. They're not responsible for all of that. But their early leaders did. Which leads us to the subject of history repeating itself, and those of us who are always terrified of that. Because that's where they're at again. And they're really close. They've been really close to having nuclear power again and creating nuclear bombs. And so, of course, the Western mind is like, holy bejesus, people. They're going to do it again. It's just in their DNA. Going back to the battles that we've been watching as we've been flying across the earth, when we did the Rout of Alexander, just learning about those battles and knowing those battles were based on revenge and paybacks for earlier battles, and those were revenge and paybacks for earlier battles, and it just keeps going back. And then
Nancy is the capital of the northeastern French department of Meurthe-et-Moselle, and formerly the capital of the Duchy of Lorraine, and then the French province of the same name. The metropolitan area of Nancy had a population of 511,257 inhabitants at the 2017 census. Place Stanislas, a large square built between March 1752 and November 1755 by Stanislas I of Poland to link the medieval old town of Nancy and the new town built under Charles III in the 17th century, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the first place in France and in the top 4 in the world. The city also has many buildings listed as historical monuments and is one of the European centers of Art Nouveau thanks to the École de Nancy. Nancy is also one of the main university cities, and the conurbation is home to one of the main health centers in France.
Okay, so, oops, no, that's just the airport. Don't click on those. This.
The Place Stanislas is a large pedestrianized square in the French city of Nancy, in the Lorraine region. Since 1983, the architectural ensemble comprising the Place Stanislas, the extension of its axis, the Place de la Carrière, and the Place de l'Alliance, has been on the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The square was a major project in urban planning, conceived by Stanislas I of Poland as a way to link the medieval old town of Nancy and the new town built in the 17th century under Charles III, Duke of Lorraine. The square was also intended as a place royal to honor Stanislas' son-in-law, Louis XV. The design created a large urban square or place that linked two handsome existing buildings, the Hôtel de Ville and the Hôtel du Gouvernement, the seat of the duchy. The seat of city government and the seat of ducal government thus faced each other as complements through a series of rational, symmetrical but varied urban spaces, unequaled in Europe at the time.
Right. Turn off the autopilot. I want to land here. I still want to. I didn't want to go back to the main menu, but gonna have to. Pardon the lag. Might be too much going on in this city. That's pretty dramatic, though. That's crazy. Wow. That's some serious graphical lag that we're experiencing on this lovely Friday afternoon. That's bad. It's not even a super big city either. They're like, oh, the ping doesn't matter on these Southwest servers, so it doesn't, unless you're precision flying with other people. The ping and the lag to the server that we choose doesn't really matter. Why we're on the Southeast Asia server with a ping of 247, and they're telling us it doesn't matter, we're not going to notice any problems. I mean, really? US West servers like 54 ping. When I was on the doing the ornithopter one, as wonderful as it was, I had to turn down a lot of things to try to just get it to speed up in general. I did preload all the maps too to try to keep things really nice and light for today's flight. I didn't want it streaming me a bunch of information, so that's another reason why I'm like a little confused. What are we experiencing there? Why are we getting lag? It shouldn't be streaming anything to me other than people's positions, I would think. Hey. Always a drag when you try to land when there's lag. It's very dangerous to land when there's lag. mistake that you make. And that's the end of you. Okay. We need a break song. I need to get back to band camp. Yesterday we did the music. I'll write you a song. We've heard "Love Mine." And we heard "Golden Bamboo" the other day. Let's see. Some of these are little. I'll go ahead and put on this track here, number 4, "Wealthy Man," from the album "Death, Rattle, and Hum" by Arthur Yoria. Then I'm going to restart and come back in at this airport and check our multiplayer settings. Makes no sense.
Sailed all the way 'cause he don't like planes, and for 10 straight days he couldn't keep a thing down, leaning, retching, kneeling, retching. When he arrived, he bore a slight resemblance to Johnny Thunders in the 70s. He said, soon these birds and lads will sing along with me. The stage was set, but the room was dead, and the gear didn't work.
That was the problem.
Without a converter, unplugged acoustic rock and roll show for one drunk Irish man who said he grew up with Van Morrison.
Yep, I had the wrong multiplayer setting.
After he suggested
Stupid.
adding girls or horns. Lo and behold, a fighter knows what he knows. But if he could understand why none of his punches land, he'd be aware was a two-city tour. He told his friends back home that there were at least two more: London, Bristol, Leicester, Liverpool.
There we go. Now we're talking. Yes, it was my fault, of course. All right, still going fast. Okay. Are we not on the same path anymore? They're all going that way. All right. Follow the Boyds. Looks like the flock is turning a little bit that way. Top of the hour. Thank you for tuning in today. Episode 147. And again, TGIF, happy Friday to you. I hope you're going to have a great weekend. I'm sorry with everything going on. I just realized, I have not given one moment to go look and see if anybody said hello in the chat room today. No. Well, that's good in the way that, because I didn't want to miss anybody. Really? Everybody's out today. Well, nobody expects me to do... Everybody should be probably turning in now. If you're just tuning in now and you're like, you're already flying, man, what's going on with that? I did post last night, the earliest I could, that these fly-ins that Microsoft is doing with everybody are at noon. They've changed their time. Sadly, I changed my time. And I was actually starting at noon and had everybody tuning in at noon, and then I had to push it back to 1. And now I'm off schedule with them. So I apologize if you're just tuning in now and you're upset that you didn't make it when the show started. I had to start early to hook up with this group, and I've only just recently, I just kind of now caught up with the group. I had a multiplayer issue. I didn't have the right setting in multiplayer. Couldn't see anybody. I'm like, where is everybody today? Maybe there isn't. No, it was me. So we're doing Luxembourg to Paris. And to find out exactly where we are, we can go over here to Bush Talk Radio. And I can zoom back out now and find out where we're at. We're here. Just over to our port side is an airport. Over to our starboard side, we have this.
Maginot Barracks is located in the Ville-sur-Meuse, west of Verdun, France.
So over there
and has
somewhere.
served as a military base for the French and American armies at different times over the past 100 years. It became headquarters for ADSEC, the advanced section of comms of the U.S. Army, shortly after World War II until 1967, when it reverted to French control after Charles de Gaulle's withdrawal from the military integration of NATO. The barracks was named for André Maginot, the Minister of War responsible for the Maginot Line, who had served as an enlisted man at Verdun in World War I.
Oh, dang, and I'm going so fast. It's either I'm going too slow or too fast. 30. 20. Kind of do a dogfight maneuver here, and we'll do an out of plane turn. Slow down a little bit, bleed off a little speed, and then spin back around. All right, now we'll begin our spin back around. Do 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 do. All right. They're all going pretty quick. We're all supposed to be doing about 120. Okay. Well, at least we're with the pack again. Best we can. Let's get back over here. What are we missing? We are here. Another airport. Directly ahead, we have this.
The Yevre is a small river in the Marne department in the Grand Est region and a tributary of the Ouvrage, therefore a sub-tributary of the Seine by the Aisne and the Oise. With a length of 17.2 km, it takes its source in the town of Somme-Yevre, near the water tower to the northwest of the town, at an altitude of 175 meters. It flows generally southwest to north. It merges with the Ouvrage between the four towns of Valmy, Voilemont, Gisaucourt and de Martin-Dompierre II, at an altitude of 143 meters, near the place called Maupertuis.
Maupertuis. Just ahead of us and beyond the point we were just at.
The Battle of Valmy was the first major victory by the Army of France during the Revolutionary Wars that followed the French Revolution. The action took place on the 20th of September 1792 as Prussian troops commanded by the Duke of Brunswick attempted to march on Paris. Generals François Kellerman and Charles Dumouriez stopped the advance near the northern village of Valmy in Champagne-Ardenne. In this early part of the Revolutionary Wars known as the War of the First Coalition, the new French government was in almost every way unproven, and thus the small, localized victory at Valmy became a huge psychological victory for the revolution at large. The outcome was thoroughly unexpected by contemporary observers, a vindication for the French revolutionaries and a stunning defeat for the vaunted Prussian army. The victory emboldened the newly assembled National Convention to formally declare the end of monarchy in France and to establish the First French Republic. Valmy permitted the development of the revolution and all its resultant ripple effects, and for that it is regarded by historians as one of the most significant battles in history.
The guy that we want to follow, actually, I see him back there now, CD 3205. He's supposed to be the leader of the live stream, or one of the leaders of the live stream. And so I am slowing down. Not going to stall. Okay. All right. And 114 knots. There's CD right there. All right. $3,497. Looks like they're making a turn. 3. Team. Right, now they're turning again. And 24. No, we just don't seem to be on the exact same course.
The Ouvrage is a river of the Marne department in the Grand Est region of France. It is 20.2 kilometers long. It has its source at Auve and flows through Saint-Mard-sur-Auve, La Chapelle-Felcourt, Gisaucourt, Voilemont, de Martin-Dompierre, Arget, Chaudefontaine and Saint-Menehould, where it meets the Aisne. Its length is 20.2 kilometers. The Auve rises in the town of Auve in the Marne department and flows into the Aisne, on the left bank, at Saint-Menehould, at an altitude of 139 meters. Auve crosses from west to east the following 10 municipalities: 1, in 2 cantons, of Auve, Saint-Mard-sur-Auve, La Chapelle-Felcourt, Gisaucourt, Voilemont, Valmy, de Martin-Dompierre, Arget, Chaudefontaine and Saint-Menehould. Either in terms of cantons, the Auve rises in the canton of Givry-en-Argonne, crosses and merges in the canton of Saint-Menehould, all in the district of Saint-Menehould.
And then I overcut him. Overshot. I think that's Henning down there, Flagger. Sorry if you were trying to come over to me and then I went all off the rail. Right. Yeah, that's Henning down there in the DA-40. I would bet you. Just try to dive bomb him. Criminal pilot. Hey, it's 20 minutes after the hour. Yeah, let's play another Arthur Yoria tune.
All hands on deck. It's time to reflect on where we begin and where this ends. Are we just a season? Or is there a reason why we make love, but then we push and shove? Some say it's just a game. Some say that that's insane. But what if we are on a ride designed to open minds and to learn to be kind? Let's try. We will disagree, and there will be crime. Something's gonna give, but we will laugh and we will cry. Live and die. And I know it's not easy to not wanna be Caesar, but I also know that the air is cleaner the higher we go. Slay your ego. Some say it's just a game. Some think that that's insane. But what if we are on a ride designed to open minds and to learn to be kind? Let's try. Hallowed ground, it's all fucking hallowed ground. Can't you see we're dancing on the same mount? Molecules, molecules are very, very fancy tools. We can be one, or we can be fools. Hallowed ground, it's all fucking hallowed ground. Can't you see we're dancing on the same mount? Molecules, molecules are very, very fancy tools. We can be one, or we can be fools. Let us
Rheims Airfield is an abandoned World War II military airfield, which is located approximately 12 miles east-southeast of Rheims, 90 miles northeast of Paris. The airfield is a semi-permanent facility built itself, shining into the earth's the contested seat of the World War I was to the 6,000 runway of the airfield supported fighters and transports from September 1944 through the end of the war in Europe. Known
What happened to our leader?
It's time to do what you were meant to do. We can be one, or we can be fools. Let's not be fools. Let us not be fools.
In their city.
Fools. Plasticine poetry's killing them dead. The room doesn't care, it's got overhead. Antiques look pretty, no, the telly's not fake. I have seen this all before my it sounds great, but you're 50 years late. Whiskey-torn bridges and earth color tones, songs about being out on the road, cigarette placement like Keith from the Stones. I have seen this all before my it looks great, but 50 years late.
Ah.
Destination known, with shitty beer and tow. I'd rather be alone than be. I know depression clone. Cosmic or outlaw, they're as dead as Rome. The least you could do is take out a new loan, please. Don't colorize the last picture show. I have seen this all before, man, it looks fake when you're 50 years late.
No doubt.
California was not meant to be, and the East Coast set just laughed at me. But what if maybe I was being led back to this town when I thought it was dead? sense of what it means to have success. Searching for
the Fort de la Pompelle, also known as Fort Herbillen, is one of a number of forts built around Rheims after 18
straight but so less. It's only when you think you know the rest that someone stumps you with a simple tale. You gave a fool a second chance. To have success.
Its borders were modified at the French canton reorganization, which came into effect in March 2015. Its seat is in Rheims. This canton is organized around Rheims in the district of Rheims. Its altitude varies from 74 meters to 217 meters. The canton of Rheims 8 was created by decree of July 13, 1973, reorganizing the cantons of Rheims. It was modified by the decree of January 31, 1985, creating the canton of Rheims 10. By decree of February 21, 2014, the number of cantons in the department was halved, with application to the departmental elections of March 2015. The canton of Rheims was retained and had its territorial boundaries changed.
All right.
The Basilica of Saint-Remy is a medieval abbey church in Rheims, France. It was founded in the 11th century over the chapel of Saint Christophe, where Saint Remy was buried. It is the largest Romanesque church in northern France, though with later additions. The church
that's pretty down there, yeah.
Historique since 1840.
That's
and
pretty.
a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1991 as a part of Cathedral of Notre Dame, former Abbey of Saint-Remy and Palace of Tau. The Basilica of Saint-Remy dates from the 11th, 12th, 13th and 15th centuries. The 11th century nave and transepts, in the Romanesque style, are the oldest. The facade of the south transept is the most recent. Most of the construction of the church finished in the 11th century, with additions made later. The nave and transepts, Gothic in style, date mainly from the earliest, the facade of the south transept from the latest of those periods, the choir and apse chapels from the 12th and 13th centuries. The Basilica of Saint-Remy was consecrated by Pope Leo IX in 1049. The 17th and 19th centuries saw further additions. The building suffered greatly in World War I, and the meticulous restoration work of architect Henri Deneux rebuilt it from its ruins over the following 40 years. As of 2009, it remains the seat of an active Catholic parish holding regular worship services and welcoming pilgrims. It has been classified as an historical monument since 1841 and is one of the pinnacles of the history of art and of the history of France.
Very, very nice. I was trying to stay with that guy, CD, who's supposed to be the leader, and I either keep missing him, or he's slewing around, or he's out there, or... But I thought we were on him. Yeah, there he is.
Was walking around Eastwood Park, and when the lights came on in this whole damn town, I passed the test, and you are the fruit of my success.
River in France which flows into the Valence into the Ain, Oise and Seine. The river lies to the west of Rheims and flows on a bearing of about 310 degrees from the Parc region de la Montagne de Rheims to enter the Valent Fissures. It rises at an altitude of about 270 meters and descends over a course of 39 kilometers to about 80 meters in Fissures. It is crossed by the Paris to
still crazy, and I'm not done making Oh yeah, you walked in, waving your finger around, and we dismissed your thing like a paper cut. I don't think it's simply about the money, cause you flinched just when there's nothing coming. I think we just bought a Pinto and backed into our own fucking egos. Now we push and pull to shed all the wool, man. I don't understand. It takes a real light touch to not screw the pooch. I'll take a real soft hand instead of the bread. We are the rats. We are the rats. Oh no, you can't make a joke now, but are we not more than a pronoun if we become just like the ones that belittled us? I see the enemy in its lust. I think we might be infected. What was once expected, now we swing for the fences each time we step in, aiming at everything. It takes a real light touch to not screw the pooch. I'll take a real soft hand instead of the bread. We are the rats. We are the rats. That's right. It's a real light touch to not screw the pooch. I'll take a real soft hand instead of a brand. We are the rats. We are the rats. It's a real light touch to not screw the pooch. I'll take a real soft hand instead of a brand. We are the rats. We are the rats. So you say, but is it just because I'm far away? Images stimulate, but could the enemy be a jet plane? I can feel it in my brains, calculated in my veins. We are seasoned with heartache. Let's not treat it like some game. Lullabies, pretty eyes, but love, what must I compromise? Hearts they race, lips they taste, but how much time before the picture fades? I can feel it in my brains,
Well, that's another beautiful castle down there.
Chateau de Pierrefonds was erected in the late 14th century by Duke Louis of Orleans. The construction of this chateau was intended for the surveillance of the exchanges between Flanders and Burgundy, two domains that belonged to the family of the Dukes of Burgundy, rivals of Orleans. Over the next centuries, the chateau changed hands several times. Dukes of Burgundy, Dukes of Orleans, and French kings owned Pierrefonds. During the early days of King Louis XIII's reign, the castle was the property of François Annibal d'Estrées. He joined the party of discontent led by Henri II, Prince of Condé, against King Louis XIII. In March 1617, Chateau de Pierrefonds was besieged and taken by troops led by Richelieu, the king's substitute state of war. King Louis XIII intended to demolish the Chateau de Pierrefonds.
Let's go. You move me like candy. You kill me, then you turn my frown upside down. Upside down. And you move me like candy. You kill me and you turn my frown upside down. Upside down.
Really liked that one.
What if I told you that I visited the afterlife? Would you tell me that it was all in my mind? 'Cause last night I broke through for the first time. I made amends with the light, and now I know where we all go when we leave this scary place we thought was home. Oh, they taught us wrong. From a place of fear, it's now my job to make this clear. walked out of the room along with my pride. From there I was taken to the other side. Oh, last night I broke through for the first time. I made amends with the light, and now I know where we all go when we leave this scary place we thought was home. Oh, they taught us wrong. From a place of fear, it's now my job to make this clear. Last night I broke through for the first time. I made amends with the light, and now I know where we all go. When we leave this scary place we thought was home. Oh, taught us wrong. From a place of fear, it's now my job to make this clear.
All right. I think we have arrived at our final destination here. Charles de Gaulle Airport.
I can't seem to make up my mind if we are doomed or if we're not. But I finally slept last night. You scare me like an atomic bomb. And you disappoint me like a high school prom. But I finally slept last night. Yes, I finally slept last night.
Looks pretty.
If we are meant to go away, I can say it's been a lovely stay, 'cause I finally slept last night. Yes, I finally slept last night. Made a new friend and his name was Greg Allman, but I didn't know who he was, and that seemed to please him, 'cause he wanted me to see them go play some blues, rock and roll. Asked me to meet him by the bus at 6 p.m. to roll to the show with the band. So I went home to research this generous small ego, then I couldn't wait for the show. Oh man, I'm with the band. and Michael, Delilah, and Cher's kid Elijah. They said when you love something so, the butterflies know. Cops and caretakers scrambling before the show. And I know this man didn't have no damn halo, but that night I saw something glow. It was a hell of a show.
No, really. Do I have the cramps? Why does it sound like I have the cramps? I don't know what you mean. Crampties. Crampties? I don't know what that is. Or, yeah, do I have the cramps? Maybe I did a little earlier. I don't know. Did I work it all out? Anyway, I clipped a wing going around the corner of that building there. So that kind of pretty much concludes the fly-in today. It wasn't a complete success, but I mean, it was as well. I mean, we hung with CD there for a while. We caught up to him and kind of tried flying in formation. He may have been sticking to a variable, just a constant speed, but I was never able to just get right there and just hold it. So, what flight plan they were flying on, if I were to stick to the in-flight map, I was never with them. Either way, there are a lot of things to work out with formation flying. There were some really nice moments in there where I was staying right with them and not clipping that large airliner below me. We came really close a few times. My shadow was all over the top of that airliner, but luckily we did not. As you can see, collision damage is on, so I managed not to hit anybody. I don't know if anybody else had collision on. Hopefully I didn't cause anybody else to crash. No, it's not starting soon. It is ending. That's it. Bum, 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 bum. I still think Rublade TV wants to know if I have the cramps. While you're here, and at least they said hello in the chat room, I can pop this chat out. I don't know why it doesn't do it when it's docked. But when it's docked or undocked and it's its own little window, you get a go to channel option. So I can see Rublade TV, and I'll go ahead and subscribe. 25 subscribers, cool. Nothing on the playlist yet, but you've got another subscriber. Hey, thanks for stopping in today. Can't thank you enough. Really appreciate it. A like would be great. If you could subscribe back, that'd even be better. That'd be dandy. All right, so I'm not sure what I'm doing this weekend. I should be working on figuring out who my new web host is going to be and probably working on that, but as always, I play it by ear. If you liked any of the Arthur Yoria music, hey, you want to pick up some of that music for yourself, check out the link in the descriptions. You can also just find him on Bandcamp by searching him, Arthur Yoria, Yoria. If you'd like any of that. Oh, we switched. Automatic scene switcher still on. So, we'll probably pick it up around here Monday. We still haven't gotten to Spain all the way. We ended yesterday in Marseille. I think those guys are still flying. Yeah. But I thought we had made the full route. It was 2 hours. So I don't know if they're going long or if it's a replay or it may be a replay. I don't know. Let me restore the page and see what it is. No, it seems that they're still flying over there. No. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. But hey, that was a lot of fun. And maybe one of these days we'll get into the Discord and listen to that. But I don't know if they'd appreciate me broadcasting stuff that's in there. I don't know. I've never been in one of their Discords during a live stream. So maybe I didn't do the whole route. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But doesn't matter. Automatic scene switcher. Stop. Stop. All right. Well, you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday. And you have a wonderful weekend. And don't get in any trouble. And I may or may not stream some Rome Total War. I've got to get back into... excuse me, Lord. I've got to get back into Baldur's Gate. Yeah, and I got to do that web stuff. So, I will see you on Monday, and we'll probably pick it up, like I said, heading back to go check out Spain, and then make our way back up. Maybe we'll even do the UK. So, I hope you had a great time. Okay. I will catch you next time, folks.